First off, we'll say welcome to the first episode of the Wolf Talk podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Wolf, and the second host is the magic man himself, Infinity. We've got a special guest today, the Midlands champion, the KUNDALINI king, Jermaine Osbourne Edwards.
Yeah, man.
I want to say thank you for coming.
Anytime, brother, man. Appreciate it.
I know you've got a fight coming up. You're in camp. Tell us a bit about that fight coming up.
I'm fighting for an English title, King of England, in it. So it's a big step up, but I'm here to take any opportunity. I could have turned the fight down, but I need to take it.
Why do you need to take it?
Clarification
Of?
just my mind, mentality, that I can do it.
So at the moment you're Midlands champion. Just explain what that is and what level that is.
That's
For people who know nothing about boxing.
okay. Well, the first step in boxing to get any belt is the Midlands. That covers the whole of Midlands. So there's Midlands, then there's English, then there's British, and then European. So I've got the first one, Midlands. I'm going for the second one next week. So,
Wow.
How many stages are in that eliminator?
you know what? I'm not even meant to be fighting for this fight, you know. But for some reason, it's just because don't forget, I lost the eliminator. I got eliminated, but I had the opportunity, so it was my calling again. So I'm just taking it. Meant to be, exactly. So I can't turn it down. I could have said no and fought at a smaller show, but nah, I want to do this.
And your nickname is the Kundalini King.
Yes.
What does that mean? What's Kundalini mean?
It's energies. It's energies that we all have in our body, and when you meditate, you can transfer transformation into something like heal yourself. Like I healed myself through drink, drugs, violence, and just being a terror, basically. And it just helped me be the person who I'm meant to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what we
Meditating.
Did you know anything about it beforehand?
No. I went to go see. I'll tell you what happened. I was partying on the weekend before, like no sleep, Thursday to Sunday flat out. And the following week, I went to see my dad, my stepdad, and just come round and start meditating and that. Never knew nothing about meditation or anything like that. And then I went in there and healed myself. I come out of the meditation, I was crying proper like a child trauma, isn't it? It was all releasing, and I went deep into it. I'm talking ancestral. That's why I wear the feathers, and I see myself, a warrior, fighting. I wasn't a professional fighter or anything. When I come out of the meditation, I was like, boom, I know I want to be. Mum and Dad
started late, didn't you?
Yeah, like 4 years ago. Started.
Wow, so you started boxing 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So just give us a brief overview of what your life was like before boxing and why you chose boxing.
Oh gosh, I was into the partying. I was on road doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. I was in gangs, selling drugs, robbing people, violence. Bad violence in my town. Where I come from, we there was a Penford, there was Heathtown, and we had a clash. Their mates killed my mate. It was back and forth for years, shooting, stabbing people, dying.
You lost a friend?
Yeah, brother.
A brother?
Yeah, had to go over there. First time I seen a dead body was his body. It always stick with me that well. I had to go and view the body. I was only 17.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Trauma. And from there, I was just raging. I just wanted to hurt everybody.
It's like that where I feel like that.
And he was an older brother. He was my brother. He wasn't even a friend. He was a big brother to me. Do you know what I mean? He showed me a lot, whether it was good or bad. Well, he helped me.
What was his name?
Marlon Morris. I call him Barlow.
But when he died, that didn't change anything. It made things worse.
A lot worse. 10 times worse. 10 times worse. I just come out of jail as well, not too long ago. And
how many years ago were you in jail?
Bloody hell, I was what? 18. I was 18. Yeah, sorry, 18. Because when that happened, it was like a year before I come out of jail, because I was on tag. I remember, because I ripped my tag when I heard that he died. I ripped my tag box out. Some reason I just ran with the tag box. I ran to town, because I lived right around the corner from town, and seeing his body, and then I had to go to hospital to go and view it. That was horrible. And had a white sheet over him. That just messed me up, and that was it. I just wanted to hurt everybody.
Did you hurt everybody?
I did indeed.
Tell us about it then. What kind of stuff were you doing?
Oh gosh, everything, you name it. What you see on the movies, I was doing it. I was living that lifestyle.
Wow.
You name it, I did it all. Only thing I didn't do is murder, but I did everything else.
And how long did this go on for?
Bloody hell. Years? Oh gosh. What, 10 years?
10 years, man.
Non-stop.
And for money, what were you doing for money? Was it all crime funded?
Crime funded,
So
yeah.
you were making money through crime?
Yeah. Had to. Had no other way. Didn't go to school. You know what I mean? Not anybody would have took me on, because where I come from and who I was.
Comes like a survival instinct.
Yeah, it was literally survival. It was in the jungle. Yeah.
Do what you can to survive.
Literally, I had my team, and I know they always had me, and I had them. And that was it. I just went through life.
Did you ever carry a gun?
No comment.
Wow, so you spent, 10 years being reckless, and then suddenly one day it changed and you put it down to one session of meditation.
One session, literally.
What happened in that session?
Bloody hell. I went deep into I went ancestral with it, you know. Went back hundreds of years ago. I've seen Red Indians, I've seen Egyptian gods, you know.
But how? Because this sounds like drug induced. Was your meditation drug induced?
Nah. What do you call as drugs? What's drugs?
Well, you're talking to someone who's been to the Amazon jungle and on ayahuasca.
Yeah, but drugs are man-made.
Yeah.
Fact. Yeah. If it's from the earth, how is it a drug? And it can heal people, and people can never die off it.
So you did take a drug that was
No,
natural.
but I'm just saying. I always fight this situation with people, that's all.
I'm a believer.
You know what I mean?
It grows from the ground.
Yeah.
It's
And it's,
natural.
yeah.
It's a medication. It's not a drug.
Exactly. It's a drug if you abuse it.
But what was it?
What you say?
What was this drug that you took during this
I never said a drug that took a drug. Hey,
So
you says it.
You went all
Well, I
the way
just
back sober.
Nah, we use singing bowls and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So it opens up your chakras. I've never known about chakras. So when my chakras are open, that was it. It was like my third eye. I didn't know about third eye. This was beaming like a cyclops. Do you know what I mean? And it literally healed me. I was absolutely, drinking and partying, that's all I knew. It's like, that's why I used to hide myself, if you know what I mean, for the drink and the drugs. Yeah. It's like I used to hide my emotions and blank everything, drinking, sessioning. I used to take them kind of drugs. Now that was a drug, because that nearly killed me 3 times. Do you know what I mean? Taking cocaine and alcohol, and then taking sleeping tablets, trying to go to sleep, but then fighting the sleep, then drinking, and then sniffing. Do you know what I mean?
How bad was your mental health back then?
Bad.
You were unhappy, you were depressed.
Yeah, I tried to kill myself 3 times.
Wow.
That's how dark I was.
Tried.
And you know what? The last time that I did it, my cousin who died, she's the one who come and I banged down the door and got in there, got into the house. She's not here now. Now she died from suicide, my cousin Shan. Do you know what I mean?
I know you're a big advocate for mental health.
Big for it.
These experiences.
Yeah, man. And this is why I live this life now. Like, sometimes, like, when I first came onto this spiritual path, you have the urges to go back, but then when I close my eyes and think, do you want to go back to that dark place? Because it was very dark. Come on, to try and suicide, you got to have some balls to that. You got to be in a dark place as well. How low can you be? I have beautiful children. I got a beautiful family. Why would I want to take all that away from me? Do you know what I mean?
So you had a family back then when we're talking?
Yeah, well, I've got kids. I've got 2 kids. Well, 3 now. But yeah, I had 2 kids back then. What would they have done if they never had a dad? Do you know what I mean?
But when you're going through that, you don't see
You're selfish.
Yeah.
That is selfish. I was being selfish. So I'm glad I've got this life that I'm living now. Do you know what I mean? It's who I'm meant to be anyway.
So you did this meditation session,
Yeah.
and you put this down as your something that changed you forever.
I call it a spiritual awakening.
Wow. So tell us what happened then. Then you had this spiritual awakening. How did that change your life? What happened
It's
next?
literally, it's like when I came out of I went deep into the meditation. Like I said, I went back ancestral, went back hundreds of years ago. Seeing myself who I was meant to be. And you know what else? I see, you know, when you're in the cinema and you see a movie, like you're watching a trailer. Yeah, I see myself dying. But you know what? A couple of months before, and my cousin phoned me up and says, yo, about 3 o'clock in the morning, he says, cuz, I says, yeah. And he says, yo, I had a dream about you that you died on the dance floor. I says, no way. Do you know what I mean? So people are having all these signs and telling me.
If you didn't have this awakening, do you think that's where you would have
100%. 100%. Because I would have carried on drinking, taking the substances, taking the Xanaxes. I wouldn't have been here. My mum even says, you know what, if you never had this love, I don't think I'd be here seeing my son again. So my mum says to me.
I understand it. I've been through
Trust me.
similar and had my own awakening. Not exactly the same,
Yeah.
but on the same path through nature.
That's what I'm saying. And that's my medicine, going out in nature. It's the best medicine ever. You can have all your answers because you're sitting with yourself and your thoughts and Mother Earth.
Do a lot of going out hiking.
All the time. It's the best thing, man. It's therapy. People think you need to go see the doctor and take medication. Go out in nature, take your shoes and socks off and walk. See how good you feel.
There's places to walk in Wolverhampton as well, aren't there?
We walk out of Wolverhampton.
So, boxing though. So,
Yeah.
you look like a hard bastard, man.
I'm a softie, really.
Did you used to box when you were young? Where did it come from? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Was you always in fights? Were you a hard knock at school?
Oh, well, to be honest, I used to do the amateurs, but I only had like 8 amateurs.
So you had 8 amateur fights?
That's it.
This was back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day. Like,
Boxing wasn't serious to you at all?
no, I used to think I'd just do it just for the fitness because I've always been into the gym and then I met my first boxing coach and he was like, his name's Mick, he's an amateur boxing coach, and he says, oh, we can get some fights in with you. And I was like, really? I was like, oh, 3 months I was there. I got my first fight. I enjoyed it, but I've always been fighting when I was young. I was always in fights. Win or lose, I was always in fights.
So you're someone that's never been afraid of getting hurt?
No.
Because you're talking to someone that's never had a fight in their life. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was always into fighting.
Always into fighting?
Yeah. And I don't mean fighting like going around fighting people for no reason. If somebody dealing with it, or someone will come to say a family or friend or something, or somebody's been bullied or something, he's getting it. It's not probably the way, but that's just how I used to think back then. Do you know what I mean? I've never been a bully or anything. But I've been bullied though.
A lot, you hear that a lot.
When I was young, not proper bullied, but like, you know, when the older kids are still classed as bullying, but you know, when I used to get upset and think, I can't wait when I'm big and stronger to have to get there because they're older, they got that big boy strength in it. So yeah. And I've always, you know what it is, I've always looked after my sister. That's all it is. I've always had my sister's back, no matter what. So I'm always defending her. She's always defending me. So it was just us 2 back to back growing up.
Family first.
Yes. Family's the most important thing to me.
After them fights you had in the amateurs,
Yeah.
did you carry on training or did you lapse off?
Lapse up. This is the one thing. I used to have a fight. This is what I used to do. Have a fight. And then, because it would be on the Friday, most people fight on the Friday, Saturday. Then I'd go on the piss for 3 months. not trained. Nobody would see me or hear off me, and then I would pop back up. It's not dedication, is it? Really, at all.
So when did you realise you were actually good at boxing?
When I met Richie Carter,
Who's that?
he's my pro coach.
And he saw something in you?
Yeah. I couldn't even do 2-3 rounds when I went through him. When I started seeing him, but he released this anxiety and this mental blockage that I had, and he just had this switch on button. He just turned me into this fighter. Bam, and that was it.
Well, a lot of it is mental boxing.
It is.
It's as much mental as it is
It's
physical.
literally.
I go to the boxing gym.
Yeah.
I've seen people that would destroy anyone,
Yeah.
but they've got that mental blockage,
Yeah.
and they can't put them
Yeah.
performances in. Whether it be in front of the lights, sparring, they're destroying bags,
Yeah.
but in front of people, they get that mental block.
Yeah, that was me at first, but then my coach, he got rid of that, and then he just turned me into this, I don't know, when he says switch on, that's it, different person. Now it's fight mode, and I thank him for that, because he got me where I needed to be. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be Midlands champion, I wouldn't be fighting on Frank Warren shows, I wouldn't be fighting for English title next week, because I'd be nervous, I'd have anxiety, and don't think I'd always doubt myself.
You're fully prepped for that.
I'm prepped.
So yeah, tell us about this upcoming fight. This is your Midlands champion. I mean, that is one hell of an accolade.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Midlands champion. Can you give us a little bit of an overview of how many fights it took to become Midlands champion?
Oh, bloody hell. Well, was it my about 8 fights?
8 fights it took you.
8 fights. Was it 8 for, was it my 9th fight? I think it was. 9 fights, but I always dreamed, and always been writing it down in my books. I want to be Midlands champion, want to be Midlands champion. I look back now and now, I've done it.
And I've seen that fight, and I've seen the emotions after.
Yeah.
What exactly did it mean?
That was like my first world title. That was a world title fight. I dropped down on my knees because the pressure that I had, and even just making the weight and the sacrifices, it was hard. But then when I'd done it, I was like, yes. It was like, you know, when someone doubts you and you prove them wrong. But I proved myself. Not proving to anybody, it's proving to myself, like, yes, you can become something. Because I was on left school, I thought, I'm never going to be anything. I'm not going to work a 9 to 5, let's just face it. I'm either going to end up either dead or in jail, so let's just go with it. And that's how I thought.
I think you can be your own biggest judge, can't you?
You can, literally.
You can either guide yourself or stop yourself.
Yeah, man.
What's it like to be Midlands champion at boxing? What's it like to walk out of here knowing that you could literally bang anyone out?
It's the discipline. It is. You know what? Yeah, I understand.
Walking
that.
around knowing that you are.
But
Don't you feel like you need to tell everyone who you are? I'm Midlands. But go on, how often do you do that? How often do you tell people?
I don't really, you know.
It doesn't happen.
Nah, because it's a bit of an ego, and when part of my meditation, your ego gets stripped. So it doesn't bother me really.
It doesn't bother you anymore.
Nah, doesn't bother me. Like when I won it, I'm not gonna lie, me and my son was walking around the town centre with the belt, having pictures, photos. It was nice, but it's just for myself, man. I just do it for myself, just to know I can become something. I can be a greater version of myself. That's all I want to do, is prove to myself every day that 1% just makes me better. Mentally.
If you can go out and say you're the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Are you the best version of yourself right now?
Yes.
The best version you've ever been in your whole life?
Right now. Right this second as I'm sitting here.
Every day we improve.
Every day improve. Even when I started boxing, I was still going through the emotions and still doing the wrong things, and you know, but I was still living the spiritual life, but I was still doing bad things out there, you know. But you live and you learn. It's a journey, yeah, that's it. People don't understand that, and people just think spirituality is flipping fairies and, you know, lights and glamorous, and but it's not. It's actually, it can be horrible, but that's the journey, because it's new energies. You don't want to live in this lifestyle no more. So now everything's changing. Just imagine you've been living this lifestyle for the whole of your life. One day, boom's changed. That's it. I can't even hang around with my friends that I've been friends with for 30 years.
I think with spirituality, it'll tell you who you really are.
This is what I'm
saying. You put on
exactly.
Humbles you.
I'm humbled.
So I get it when you say you don't need to go around.
Yeah.
Shouting about it.
Yeah, like I'll post it and let people know and that, but I don't want to because you can easily get it taken away from you as well.
You're upcoming. How many weeks you been in camp now?
Wow, bloody hell, I've been in camp since January.
What does being in camp mean? Tell us what being in camp means.
You got to train.
That means you're training, but you're not away from your home. You're at home. Being in camp, it means that you're training solidly for.
Yeah.
How long then before a fight do you need to train?
It depends because most fighters, they only train when they're in camp. I like to train when I'm out of camp, even if I'm just doing my steady bits. So that when it's time to hit camp, I'm ready.
You're just locking in on 5 minutes.
Yes, that's it. So it can be from 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes 10-week camps.
Wow.
My Midlands title, that was a 10-week camp.
And what does your lifestyle consist of, man, when you're in camp? So-called gym, running every day. Just give us an overview. What's it like? You wake up in the morning.
Wake up in the morning.
What time?
I could wake up like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. First thing I do, meditate, 3 rounds of breath work, and then I'll go in the ice bath for 15 minutes, come out, hot shower, and then go for a run. Come back, and I'll chill. And then I'll either go boxing, 1 o'clock or in the evening, and then I'm done. Then on next day, I'll probably do my strength and conditioning. Then I'll do boxing, and then rest. Then spar the day after, run, and just keep going. I have a memo board every day what I have to do. Just like this. It'll be like that, and I write everything down, what I'm gonna do, and then I tick it.
Regimes,
yeah, I've got to, man. Otherwise, my mind just be like, then I'll just lose my rag. Do you know what I mean? I have to have everything scheduled and that, man. Just how I am now. Before, my lifestyle was it was a mess. It was like a map.
You lost your last eliminator, didn't you?
Yeah.
I could see from watching that fight, even though you lost, you loved it. You loved the moment.
I loved it.
See the emotion. There was happy emotions. What was going through your head?
Mate, I'm just a local lad from a small town from Wolverhampton. I'm fighting on the biggest boxing promotion in the UK. That's epic for me. 4 years ago, I was a flipping, I was drinking alcohol and taking substances I shouldn't be taking, and never thought I'd actually be on TV. I thought I knew I'd be on TV, but not for being positive. I knew it would be for a crime or something, and that's why I've only been on TV for. Not when I got hundreds of people shouting my name, cheering me on. Frank Warren sitting there. You know what I mean?
That's amazing, Frank Warren.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You actually know Frank Warren.
I don't know him personally, but I was on his show.
Yeah.
He was sitting ringside watching my fight. To me, that I won. Not to forget the fight, I've won mentally.
Then 4 years.
That's, you know what I mean? Exactly, man. So I was just happy. I was happy just being there. And you know what the most, I won't say scariest thing, but exciting thing, when I was walked out there, looked up. Imagine you going to a concert arena and you seeing your face on the top screen. I was like, wow. This is real.
Your fight coming up, obviously you want to win.
Yeah.
But are you going in with the same emotions? The same. I've made it.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry because I've took that defeat, and I'm humbled in defeat. You know what I mean? The guy who fought, he was a really, really good boxer, and he boxed my head off, and he defeated me, and I needed that. Some people say, they don't like to take the losses, but I needed it.
Other than that loss, you've been on the destruction path, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've been winning everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a learning curve.
I saw your record. It was like, is it 17 wins, 1 defeat?
No, 12 wins. Well, 11 wins, 1 defeat. So I had a good couple of fights, you know what I mean? But when you get to that level, that's the elite level. And that's who I fought. And everyone can fight in the small shows and everything. That's what I've been doing. I never took it as serious. Took it serious, like ready to fight, but there's little things that you need to be doing when you're fighting on them big shows.
Levels to
There's levels now. Now this is the levels. You know what I mean? Like he was European champion. He was a good kid.
What's the ultimate goal?
British champion.
If you could gain that,
Yeah,
that you've fulfilled it then.
I fulfilled it. British champion. I'd love that. That's the main goal.
Is it achievable?
Of course it is. I'm on the way to English now.
You're on the way to it.
I'm on the way to
How
it,
many
man.
fights away are you from it?
Don't know. I could win this, and they could say, you know, two more fights, and you know, my mate's got it at the moment now, so he's on his next journey. So when he hands that down, then I'll fight for it.
So you wouldn't fight for it with your mate then?
No, he's my mate. He's my good friend.
You never fight your mate in the ring, no?
No, he's my good friend. Not just in boxing, out of boxing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's that one. I've got love for him. He's got love for me. That won't happen. Yeah.
Get a lot of fighters that will.
Yeah, of course. Nah, he's my mate. I could phone him up and he could come to my house, and I wouldn't. We got love for each other, man. It's just one of them ones.
What's the ultimate goal outside boxing?
Outside boxing,
What do you think you want to do to say I've achieved in life?
I'd love to get my own gym and teach kids boxing and help them get them off the streets, and you know, to go on adventures and stuff with them. Have my own minibus, take them on walks. You know, have sit downs and talk about mental health. You know, training them.
Because I've always said this should be part of the curriculum. I
Yes.
think with gun and knife crime going through the roof,
Yeah.
you should have some form of martial arts, boxing.
That you need to, because it's structure.
Yeah, it's discipline.
It's very
You learn
disciplined.
to handle yourself, but it's discipline.
Very, very good for focus as well. It's not. That's why people get mistaken. They think of boxing or any sport is just discipline in the ring. It's not. It's a lifestyle. It's got to carry that out of the ring. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part.
And some struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
That leads them on the downward spiral.
Literally.
If we took boxing away from your life tomorrow, what
Yeah.
would happen to Jerome
Jermaine.
Jermaine,
Yeah.
Lane?
we'll edit that.
Yeah, no. We're going to edit my son anyway. What would happen? Bloody hell.
We take away boxing tomorrow.
Bloody hell.
Can't box anymore.
Gosh. Now mental health would kick in.
So you don't think you could live without boxing, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I know it's going to come to an end. Everything comes to an end.
Do you think your spirituality will be enough to cover that?
Yes. It's covered everything. My nan died on a Tuesday, you know, in front of me, took her last breath. I had to fight 2 days after in front of 500 people.
Wow.
Died in front of me, sitting on this chair, took her last breath. Says, Nan, I love you. She says, see you soon. Love you, Jambon. That's what she calls me.
How hard was that for the fight? Stupid question, but
Yeah.
what was going through your head during that fight?
I didn't even want to be. I didn't even want to be there, but I just thought I need to do this for my mind. My nan says I can do this. Before she took her breath, she says, "Work hard." I was showing her the videos. Look at me now, Nan. Look at me fighting, showing her all the videos and pictures and everything.
So I know you fight for yourself and
Yeah,
it's all for you, but does your family mean what
Everything.
about their backing?
everything. They're the main reasons why I do it. Especially my oldest, my daughter, yeah, 100%, because she's my little princess. But my son, my youngest son, Cyrus, he's the reason why I do this.
I see he's got into boxing.
Yeah, he's fighting 2 weeks after me.
How do you feel about him boxing?
Oh, it's emotional. And you know what? It's a bond that we have.
How old is he?
7.
Wow.
I find out stuff about him that I don't think I would have known.
Do you worry about him?
No, don't
He's in
worry.
good hands.
He's in good hands. He's got me as his dad, and he's got a good boxing coach, RG Box Fit. They're very good with kids, so I know he's in good hands.
Wow, imagine going to boxing school at 7 years old. That's just, that's incredible.
Well, it helps with his behaviour as well. He knows how to be focused and disciplined. And you know what? He teaches me a lot. It's crazy, yeah. He teaches me a lot.
I get that. I'll go take my lad boxing.
Yeah, man, he teaches
me a lot.
Exactly. Even when I lost my last fight, I came out, I went back into the chat. My first loss, can you imagine you've been winning you've been on a winning streak. You take this first loss. I went back to the changing rooms and I was in tears. I says to myself, I'm not doing this no more. Because I says to myself, if I don't win this eliminator, I'm packing it in. And then as soon as I walked through them doors, my son was waiting there and he says, Dad, what's next? I said, what do you mean? He says, what belt we going for next? And I just thought, wow. And he's the one who got me back on my feet and doing this job.
They can teach you, can't they? If you could, would you go back and be a 7-year-old version of yourself and box from then?
100%.
Or do you think you needed these life experiences?
I needed a life experience, but I wish I'd done it young, like how my son's doing it.
I think it's important.
Very important. Because what it is as well, the kids today, all they're going to be doing, if they haven't got sports, especially a combat sport, yeah, well, to be honest, any sport that can keep them focused and disciplined, all they're going to do, they're going to be outside in them parks, yeah, vaping, and getting into trouble because they've got no structure and they've got no role model as well.
Important.
It's very important.
Who would you say your biggest role model's been in your life?
Bloody hell, I've got a few.
Even if it's not to do with boxing, as in just
My stepdad. My stepdad. Yes, because he has got me to here today as well. Forget my coach and everything. He's the one who got me on this journey, my spiritual journey, and helped me get through certain things in life where I could have been like, you know what I mean? And he's helped me. So that man, he means everything to me. My stepdad.
Hard thing with life. Wrong time and it leads you down the wrong gully.
Literally.
Brittle life.
Horrible.
You do a lot for like the kids and mental health and being active.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the Mandan meetup.
That's my brotherhood as well. They are a community of brothers who we have people that like myself who struggle with mental health and people struggle with addictions and stuff and things in life, but we come together just like how we're here now and we'll sit down and we'll all talk what's going on with our problems and we'll leave it here. We won't talk about it to anyone else or anything. It just stays between us. And then we do ice baths, we do breath work, we do meditation, we go on walks, hikes. People that have probably never done a hike in their life and they've achieved something. That's still the warrior inside of them. Everybody's a warrior. Every human being is a warrior. And I don't mean through fighting or anything. Things in life.
Surviving.
So, you know what I mean? You're a warrior, mate. You've just done a hike you've never done before in your life. You've never done a boxing session. I've taught people there that have never done boxing. First time they've done boxing, says, you're a warrior, mate.
I can see the numbers are growing with that.
Yeah. There's somewhere in the Mandan meetup today because I thought, they're my brotherhood, man.
It's a nice logo, though.
It is. Shout out to Denny and Jay.
Get information about that if they want to join in. Or
They're on social on Instagram, Mandan Meetup Wolverhampton, and then we have one in Manchester as well. And it all happens at the Little Earth Centre. It's like a spiritual place where people go and do their healing. So shout out to Omen and thank Omen as well because he's put this place together for us. It's a dome and everything. Do you know what I mean? We sit in there and we do the work. We do the inner work. that us men struggle to do. It's not us men. We don't like to talk sometimes, do we? Girls like to talk about their problems. Us men, we were closed behind doors, don't we? It's a struggle. Yeah, it is.
What's your message to them men out there that think I'm not hard or I'm too tough to talk about it?
Surrender. Surrender to yourself.
Can they surrender though, or do they need a life-changing experience like you did?
Not really. Everyone has their own journey. Even surrender, just like speak, talk. I've met people that I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to just talk to them. I can't even get a conversation because they're there. I don't know what's happened in their past or whatever. So yeah, brother, I'm just the same as you, man. And I love you. You're my brother. Let's work this out. And they'd be like, you know what? Thank you. Just needed to hear that.
Then I know you mentioned you've got a sleep out coming up.
Yeah, I need to double check that, because well, it's soon. We're on a group chat, and everything's on there. But
what's a sleep out?
This is what they do. Great thing, what the Mandem do. They have a sleep out in Wolverhampton Town Centre.
Oh, and you mean sleep outside?
Yeah,
okay.
For the homeless.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's very good what they do, man. It's inspiring.
Do you interact on that with the homeless people?
I haven't yet, because every time I've been in camp or I'm fighting like a couple of days before or something, or after, like 2 days after, it's just something. Well, I always do the other things that they ask.
Group though, while they're out.
Oh, yeah, I do the groups 100%. I always do I take some of the boxing lessons. Do you know what I mean? And it's really good, man. My brother Denny and Jamie put this together.
What's the age range so people know?
Anyone can come.
Anyone's welcome.
Anyone's welcome. You're a brother. You're more than welcome.
So I'll put that link in the bio as well.
Definitely.
To get involved.
Definitely, man. I'm also later, I'm going with my tribe, the More Love. That's with my mom and my dad and my partner and my brothers, my friends. We all come together and we all meditate, get the singing bowls out, do a lot of healing.
So it's a full family affair.
Yes. The More
What
Love.
happens in these meditation sessions there?
People just get healed. Like we do singing.
You genuinely believe that you're being healed through meditation?
Yeah, of course. It's the key.
And someone that has never meditated in their life because they just think, oh,
Yeah.
What
do you
explain
expect?
why it works?
Why it works? Because like it can anxiety, depression.
Yeah.
Even if you got pains and aches, meditating can clear all of that.
Do you know, I was second that because I've done meditation. I did it 2 different ways. I used to meditate when I did my martial arts,
Yeah.
which was a different experience.
Yeah.
And then I got with someone that said, let's meditate properly.
Trust
and
me.
took me on the whole journey.
It does. It takes you on a journey.
Similar journey.
Yeah, man.
I was a wolf
Yeah. See,
and I was running through native American.
Exactly.
How did you get to this stage without drugs? Because you're talking to someone I've done meditation before, but all my meditation has been drug induced. So I've been to the Amazon, I've done, you know what ayahuasca is?
Yeah.
I've done ayahuasca workshops. And yeah, they are quite profound, but I can't imagine achieving anything without chemically altering your brain.
You're on that journey, you're on it.
Yeah, once you get that calling.
Really?
Yeah.
And you can actually achieve this peace of mind with no chemical.
Do you know what, when I did my one when I was...
Sorry, bro, go on.
All I wanted to do after I was that much at peace, all I wanted to do was lie down and sleep.
Yeah.
Really?
It felt like I'd used every bit of energy in my body, but I was at peace. I wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
I felt 1,000,000 times better.
Yeah, you do, man. That's what I do. Like, and as well, I do in the morning the DMT breath work. Sometimes when I get up for a training or something, I have a bit of, like, sometimes when you get up and you think, what's the matter with you, man? Why do I feel a bit anxious in that? Right, sit down, lock in, back straight, 3 rounds of DMT, breath work, natural, because we have that in our system, innit? So when I do that, I'm calm. It just brings me back down. It's like I'm a different person. But the only thing is, You have to keep on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's hard living the life, living the spiritual life, keeping on top of it, making sure you're waking up every morning, doing your breath work, you know, helping people as well. Sometimes it gets a bit too much. It's like, and then you forget. That's why I'm glad I'm meditating tonight with my family and that.
But you're on this calm path and this peaceful path.
Yeah.
How hard is it for you to switch into warrior mode when you're boxing?
That's it. I just locked in. Bang. I don't know. It's just like, I'm a different person. That's when the Kundalini King comes in. Energies just transfer and I just turn into this warrior and it's like, right, I'm in fight mode now. If you're not talking fight mode or anything, I don't want nothing to do. I don't want to see you or nothing. I'm just in fight mode. And then when I come out, right, family time, I'm back to normal now.
And you can just switch on and off just like that. You literally learn. Have you learned to do that?
Yes, discipline. Discipline, focus and discipline. Two main things in life. Forget boxing, focus and discipline. You got that, you can become anything you want. And that's all I've become.
Wow. It takes a lot of discipline just to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
It does.
And you've got a little one.
Oh,
I bet they keep you up all night.
He's had me up since 4 o'clock today. He has. But still, it comes with it, doesn't it?
Religious beliefs, this spirituality that you've got, is it linked to any religious beliefs at all? What are your religious beliefs?
Spirituality is we believe in it all. It's the all in the one.
You believe in God?
I think we are gods in the vessel. I think there's no a man coming down on a cloud to save us. We save ourselves. Like I saved myself. I healed myself. Do you know what I mean? I believe in our ancestors and stuff. Ancestral, the people who lived before us and helped us be the person we are today and made them sacrifices.
You believe them ancestors guide you?
100%. 100%. That's why I wear the clothing when I come out to fight and have the drumming and that. If I didn't have that, I don't think I'd be able to walk out and be as calm and have that. It's like an ego kind of like I'm warrior mode now. This is who I am.
It's got to be daunting for your opponent as well.
You know what? They always message me after and say, "Wow, what an entrance!" but I'm just being me. I don't even know why. That's just who, when I started meditating, that's who I seen, that warrior.
That you're on this.
It's just, and it's just that's who I am. This is who I'm supposed to be, man.
So your next fight, promote it for us.
Yeah, it's at the York Hall main event against Sean Knox. He's the English champion. He's a tough kid, but I reckon it's gonna happen. I've just got a feeling I'm going to beat him. He's going to suit my style. And, you know, may the best man win. But I will be crowned King of England.
We send our blessings for that.
I thank you, brother, man.
We're out of time now. We'll have to do a part 2 of this.
Definitely. I'm just getting warmed up.
We'll come to your ends for this.
100%, brother, man.
Love that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, man. Wherever you want to come, you can come. You want to come to my house, you come to my house. Get the food on the go and everything. You want to come to my gym.
Do some meditation over there.
More than welcome, brother, man.
We'll open your mind up.
Trust me. Definitely.
Well, I want to say thank you very much for joining us.
Brother, it's been a pleasure.
Osbourne Edwards.
Yeah, man.
Brother, that is thanks. I appreciate that.
Nah, anytime, bro, man.
Yeah, so interesting.
John's my people, man. He's my brother. Like I said, he's my brother. So I met the time.